Hello, I am Sebastian Flores, and this is my partner,
Ashley Nunez. Now, as you may know, winter provides for the best climate for the production of wind energy. This is because of Boyle's law. Cold air is denser than hot. Therefore, wind farms from across the United States are shown to be more productive during the winter months than the summer. Now, although Texas is considered a region that experiences cold weather regularly, climate change is causing erratic weather patterns that may result in cooler temperatures on a more regular basis. This process is known as Arctic amplification.
Arctic amplification has led to a decrease in the contrast between the heat of the equator and the cold of the North Pole. The strength of the summer jet stream, a river of wind that propels weather systems around the world, depends on this temperature contrast. As the temperature difference diminishes, the jet stream weakens and can no longer push large weather patterns out of the way.
Now, the weakening of the polar vortex allowed for the cold wind of the North Pole to expand over multiple continents, thus explaining the winter freeze that occurred in Texas of 2021. Climate change is foreseen to continuously increase. As such, Texas should focus their efforts on winterizing turbines before winter freezes become more frequent within the region. This weather issue has emerged in consequence to the Texas winter storm that occurred in February of 2021.
One would think that it would be beneficial to harness the excessive amounts of wind energy provided during the winter months. However, without the winterization of the Texan turbines, those that experience freezing temperatures are virtually useless and lose out on vast amounts of electrical energy. The winterization of these turbines consists of cold weather packages for turbines, providing heating to multiple components that aid in the rotation of the turbine. This allows for the turbine to withstand temperatures as low as negative 38 degrees Celsius. Within this package, the rotor contains heating or water-resistant coating that eliminates the accumulation of ice along the blade. According to the Geospatial data, majority of Texan counties who are ERCOT customers lost more than 20% of their power February 26, the highest power loss being 73 to 93% of a county. As a result, wind farms suffered a loss of $4 million during the power outage. Early estimates, according to the Federal Reserve Bank of Dallas, indicate that the freeze and outage may cost the Texas economy $80 billion to $130 billion in direct and indirect economic loss.
That is right. So ultimately, winterizing these machines throughout the state would cost an approximate $5.2 billion. However, as stated before, this cost can be easily compensated as it ensures any potential outages from occurring once again. As stated in previous data study, the cost of the winterization of the wind turbines will only be a 6.5% of the financial losses that Texas lost during the winter freeze. Based on this statistical evidence, it is apparent that Texas would conserve billions of dollars that would be used to further implement renewable resources within the state, justifying the self-contained energy grid. With the expected cold temperatures that should be more frequent, it is essential to equip wind turbines with suitable gear to withstand low temperatures.
To analyze the geographic locations of individual wind turbines within Texas, the student researchers used the United States wind turbine databases. Being the leading state in wind turbine installation, Texas has over 150 wind farms with an estimated 13,000 projects. Therefore, wind energy is one of the biggest energy sources that Texas relies on. The lack of preparation for extreme weather events has caused Texas an immense amount of loss in direct and indirect economic losses.
Now, the most recent population projections from the Texas Demographic Center employs the migration trends observed between 2010 and 2015 indicate Texas may reach a population growth of 14% by 2027. 3,000 wind turbines are built annually, meaning there will be a total of 15,000 additional wind turbines by the year of 2027. Therefore, the wind farms would provide 23.6 million of total megawatts. So it's projected that winterization of these wind turbines will account for the 77% of the total wind energy and total energy required to power Texas. Thus, fixing this weather issue by winterizing wind turbines will benefit the state of Texas both economically and environmentally.
Thank you.